Let's get the blood circulating. It's 2022.
Today's episode, we're doing facial massage.
Lymphatic drainage for the facial region. Just to get our beauty morale up.
Let's wake up those cheekbones.
That's perfect. Hey, look at that. That looks great. I think, yeah, that's right. That's it.
It's like the catfish filters.
Yeah.
It looks totally like me, just a way better version. I love my new self.
Best version of you I've ever seen, Heather.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that. Yes. What do I need to do? Just tie knots in your hair to hold that pulled back and up like that?
This is literally like a filter.
Yeah. They have those was it Snapchat or TikTok had that filter to make you look what you would look like with like a bunch of filler in your mouth and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty funny. It was like, yeah.
See, the beauty with doing this is there's no filters.
There's no filter of any kind
This is it.
whatsoever.
Just lighting.
It's lighting.
But au naturel. We can run, but we can't hide. 2022, here we go.
Sense of humor, number 1. Must have sense of humor.
Sense of humor.
Because serious hurts. If I'm too serious about anything, it just hurts my joints. It hurts my mind.
Beyonce had a song, Pretty Hurts, and serious hurts.
Yeah, serious hurts. Pretty doesn't hurt. No, if I feel like I'm having a day where I feel pretty, I celebrate.
Speaking of songs, you introduced me to a very good song, which I think is going to be my 2022 theme song, which I needed a theme song.
Yeah.
I love having a song going into a new year, and I didn't exactly know what my song would be this year, but...
Rhino Skin by Tom Petty. That is the song.
Look it up. It's so good.
It's an obscure song. Tom Petty's one of my favorite musicians. I've many concerts.
Classic.
I had his drummer, Steve Froney, give me drum lessons. Steve's awesome. He's one of the best in the pocket drummers there is. And I'm a huge, huge Tom Petty fan. And so I knew this obscure song because I watched him play at a very small venue once. And when you were telling me what you were talking to me about, I went, I've got just the song for you. Because, yes.
Not only did you have the song, but you had all of the best advice that I needed. So to sum it up, which I also said we should share with all of you, because I just feel like you've been in the industry for a long time.
Since I was 10.
Since you were 10.
40 years now.
And I feel like in all those years, your rhino skin has gotten thick.
Thick.
It's
not just thick now. It has like spikes on it. And then at the end of the spikes is like poison.
It's still it's soft and supple though. I love it.
And it's, I reflect light with my rhino skin, but it's rhino skin.
And glitter and sparkles and joy.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
So since this is obviously new for me, this forum and medium, and I'm trying to learn all the tricks and tips that I can, because camera work for you this is your home, right? You're at home.
Yeah.
Just putting yourself out there it's been interesting. It's been good. And I've been wanting to do this, so this is great for me. I feel like with podcasts, it's, people are talking, but they can hide behind the veil of the privacy of their, in their home.
In their mom's basement.
They're in their mom's basement. There's so many places they can be. In their closets, wearing whatever, looking like whatever. And for me, it's the twofold part of speaking, but then visually, all eyes on us. No catfish filters to save me. Which is fine. And it's not so much I care about what people think I look like. It's all of it, right?
Well, everyone, you put yourself out there, right? In any capacity, anywhere, anytime. The second you step and take a position in space and then communicate, you're now open for I've got to say this about what you just occupied space and you communicated, and I've got something to say about it. Listen. And then everyone is super primed and ready to give you their unsolicited comments, advice, which is really just criticism, because you've put yourself out there and they're going to reply. It's how the world works. It's just the way it is. There's gravity and there's people who comment.
Yeah, in life. There's been a lot of feedback. Yeah. And people have had a lot of things to say.
A lot of lovely things. But that's not what you hear or remember.
No. Everyone, yes, I've heard so many wonderful things. And thank you so much for tuning in, and all of you that have been so positive and accepting and fully embraced this, and you're enjoying it. It warms our heart more than you could ever know. It makes us so happy. There's been critics that I know in my own personal life, because I said to Jenna, I said, how do you handle the feedback where...
Feedback should be in quotes, because that's not feedback.
Everyone has something to say, right? Uh-huh. And Jenna said to me, she said, well, if you wouldn't take advice from this person, then definitely don't take any feedback from them whatsoever, right? And I get that. But I said, but what if it is someone you might go to for advice? What if it's someone maybe in a closer inner circle that has a lot to say? They have all the things. They have
the opinions.
All the opinions.
Yeah.
How do you handle those people who
you do maybe have hold in a higher regard, or you would take advice from, or you admire their viewpoint, right?
Yes.
Is that kind of the territory?
Yeah, and I at the end of the day, I do respect them. So it's kind of like, well, I want to hear what they have to say, but they might not know anything about doing vodcasting, as we're calling it. Mm-hmm. But yet they are acting like experts. I
had a huge epiphany one day. Because I have, there's many people in my life I look up to, I admire, whatever. You have your points of inspiration in your life, and you have people that are close to you who you have on a bit of a throne, or you admire some part of them. And I used to just literally take in everything that they said, because I literally had none of my own counsel. Like I for some reason, in my admiration of this person, I threw away my own integrity and my own discerning eye for what's true for me in the end. Mm-hmm. Because I just went, well, they must be right. And didn't really think that just because it works for them doesn't mean it's true for me. Mm-hmm. And then one day this person came to me and said, remember when I said blah, blah, blah? I was wrong. And I am so sorry. And then I was like, whoa, right. Everybody changes and grows, and it's weird. You put people on a throne and then you stop thinking of them as human, where they grow and change and have realizations and realize that they're not always right. What human being is always right anyway? It doesn't even make sense. Mm-hmm. But I had such admiration. I blinded myself to logical thinking on it. And I went, oh my God, it doesn't matter who anybody is. At the end of the day, I'm the gatekeeper of my own integrity and my own home, of my mental state, my mental health, my own source of knowledge, and what I'm the gatekeeper. So it can come to the door. The messenger can come. I can read the letter, and then I might send them away. You know, just because they have some high position or I admire them or they have some influence over me does not mean that what comes out of their mouth comes into my home, my mental home. And when I really realized that, that was a big game changer for me on my happiness.
I love that. And and you also said too, it's like we're all so different. So whatever they're saying, that's coming from their experiences,
Their education,
their biases.
Yes.
It's all of their stuff. So for them to have an objective viewpoint on what you're experiencing, it's unrealistic. And for you to take what they're saying as, you know, to give it a lot of meaning and value, it's just, it's not necessary.
No, it's sort of like, you know, when I'm being directed by a director, good directors give you direction that you can do and makes it better. Bad directors say things that just make you like, well, how do I don't know what to do to accomplish that. I have friends that say, this would be constructive, right? Like what falls under constructive criticism is like, hey, I love that you guys are doing this podcast and your dynamic is amazing. You should add a light right over here because it'll pop the light in the eye. It'll make you, or, hey, you know, you guys don't ever change, you know, if they're going to say something, have it be something you can do that would make it better. Not just carping like, wow, and you're like, gee, good to see you too. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, but everyone, it's so easy to just make a comment in passing that because I've watched it, I'm now the leading authority in what you are doing, even though I've never done it ever, not once. I couldn't even look at myself on camera, but let me tell you what you should be doing on your on-camera program. Yeah.
The soapbox I'm on is so entertaining right now.
Yes. Yeah. So it's, you know.
Yeah.
Did you, and then when you texted me that, I said, here's what to say. I'm so ruthless. I'm like, I would never say it, but I don't know. It's very satisfying. Oh, well, thank you for watching. What did you create today? I'd love to see it. And then they probably didn't maybe put themselves out and take a risk and be vulnerable and communicate about something personal to them. I bet they didn't.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
It's like remember Star Jones? She used to be on The View. So long time ago, someone bought me a book from her and it was called You Have to Stand for Something or You'll Fall for Everything. And it just reminds me of that quote because it's like, if I'm just this, you know, like loosey-goosey, like, you know, oh, bad comment. Okay, I'll take that, you know, and absorb it and try and change. Oh, okay, here's another one. And then, okay, I'm going to work with that. Like, it's like, well, who am I? You know, I'm going to change for you. No, I'm going to be what you want. It's like, well, who's Heather? So I'm going to play my Star Jones game and I'm going to stand for, this is me. You know, as I said, I think it was the first episode, like, love it or leave it. You know, I am who I am. So, sorry.
And that's awesome, who you are. Who you are is great and loving. And ask who they've helped lately because you help people and you help things and you make things better. And ask them what they enhanced today. Because people who, in my opinion, based on my experience of observing people, people who dig helping at any given time aren't really the first person to just criticize. They're and not like, I'm just trying to help. That whole thing, like, oh, you're just sensitive. I'm just trying to help you. Horseshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. It's such a disguise and such a funny thing. And I was saying to Heather, I said, do you, as the sweetheart that you are, do you, like, let's say you see something that you're critical of, right? On social media, on YouTube, whatever. Do you go out of your way to make a shitty comment? Or do you just decide you don't like it and you just scroll past, right?
Never.
Okay, good. So it's like the toxic people we were talking about. It's a category of human beings. And it doesn't matter what, it literally, that was the other epiphany I had. It doesn't matter what I do. There's people that I think are untouchable, that are the greatest human beings on earth, who do incredible things. And they get like skewered, right? It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Like literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you can just try. I remember I spent a period of time just trying to like, no. See, I don't mean, I'm well intended, really.
It's exhausting.
And it does, oh my God.
It doesn't, and it doesn't make a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're just gonna keep doing it. Yeah. And as I said, this is what you do. So if you think I'm doing a good job and you want to do this with me, I'm good.
Because I think it's fun.
Yeah. And I don't need the critics because you're the pro.
You're going to keep getting them. So you might as well just get used to it. They don't go away.
I'll take advice and criticism from you because you know this.
And you know what my advice was?
You're the pro.
My advice to you was like, let's say a guy builds a wall, right? He's like a brick builder. Okay, this is how... And then he inspects his work. And he's like, okay, so I wanted to build a wall that looked like this. So let's see, that's not... Okay, let me go in and adjust that. And then he stands back and looks and goes, yes, that's beautiful. That's what I was trying to create. So if you look at your own work from your own point of view and compare it based on what you were trying to achieve, and you have an adjustment you would like to make based off your own integrity, by all means. Nothing I'm going to say is even going to be accurate because it's you and your point of view about what you want to put in the world. Who am I to sit here and say do this or that? And not even me sitting next to you would I ever. Yeah. If you ask, because it's a learning curve, which I said in the first one, we're going through our evolution and you're going to watch it. And that's part of it. And that is the only criticism is just more like, am I putting out into the world what I set out to do? And if I don't feel like I'm accomplishing that, what, based on my own observation, can I either go study about, watch and learn, make that shift, based on your own thing. And then your integrity is always intact. You can always change your mind. You can always change. Always. That's the beauty of living.
Yes.
But your change should not come from some person who doesn't have enough to do in their life thinking they can just introvert you. I get very...
Don't introvert my extrovert.
I get very roar. My tiger shirt.
We need to play we can't play the song or it'd probably get pulled down.
But you should check it out if you ever need to thicken up your skin. It's a great song by Tom Petty called Rhino Skin.
The beat in and of itself is so inspiring. So blast it.
And you realize everybody has critics.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. Everybody.
I'll be okay.
Yeah. You don't change what you're doing just because someone says something stupid.
I'm going to Justin Bieber this. I'm working on my 10,000 hours, okay?
Exactly.
Talk to me when I hit the 10. And then we'll see how I'm doing. I'm new at this.
You don't even have to explain yourself. You're awesome.
Oh, Jenna.
You're cute. You're funny.
Oh, Jenna. I think
you're
you should just move in already.
You make a great house. You're a great cook. You're a great friend.
Stop.
You're a great mom. You're a great wife. I mean, come on.
Stop, but keep going. No, I'm joking.
Let me get my megaphone out.
Let me get my catfish filter.
And
keep going. This is good. This is good content.
There we go. That's it.
We're ready. Talk about us now, people.
What do you gotta say now? Should I change?
Oh my gosh. How do you like me now?
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Well, let's give them something to talk about. If they're going to talk, let's give them content.
There you go. Here's some content.
But we love all the nice ones.
Yeah, love you.
Mean ones.
It's okay. It's entertaining. You got a whole podcast out of us. Don't you feel good? Maybe we should name their names.
Oh.
So that they really, really feel like important.
No, I told you. I'm gonna.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna
not giving them that.
I'm gonna track down the haters and knock on their front door.
Yeah.
The nice person that I am, I'm bringing you a gift basket.
My cat's poop.
Yeah.
Steaming bag of poo-poo. There you go. Be you.
Be you.
Don't change because of poo-poo heads.
Rhino skin. And
Roar.
Roar. You got this.
Roar.
Roar.
That's the name of this one. Roar.